Plaintiff Tanika Myers is suing her former neighbor for false imprisonment, lost wages, and emotional distress. Tanika says the defendant was so jealous of her that she defamed Tanika on the internet, made false claims against her to CPS and the police, and landed Tanika in jail for 4 days. Defendant Kristen Hamlin insists Tanika is a prostitute who threatened to kill her, so Tanika deserved to be in jail. Kristen's countersuing for babysitting fees and emotional distress because she accuses Tanika of harassment and vandalism.
All right, the plaintiff is suing her former neighbor for false imprisonment, lost wages, and emotional distress. Defendant countersuing her former neighbor for babysitting fees and emotional distress. Tanika, state your case, please.
Yes, I met the defendant in March of 2008. We were neighbors, very close. We have sons that are close in age. We weren't friends, but associates. At one point, I particularly told her I was moving to a larger apartment. She began expressing negativity or negative energy as far as jealousy. And I asked her about it.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Were you jealous of her?
I was not jealous of her. Nobody would be jealous of a prostitute.
You a prostitute?
I have evidence right here that states everything to show her characterability, what type of person she is.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you.
Yes, of course.
Are you
not.
a prostitute?
No, never.
Where did she get this picture?
I don't know.
Is it you?
That's on my MySpace page.
That's on your MySpace page?
It used to be. And I took it all down when she started printing stuff actually on the computer.
Why would you put this on MySpace?
She literally premeditated. I used to model for years. I'm a designer now. I am studying psychology.
What makes you think she's a prostitute?
I have a witness statement, Your Honor.
Of a guy?
No, because there was a time where she needed to use my phone, and
that's false.
That is not
never
false.
Used her phone?
False.
That is
Did
not
you ever
false.
use her phone?
Yes, I have used her phone being her neighbor.
So then what's false?
She's had me falsely incarcerated. She tried to have my son taken away from me.
No, I'm sorry. She just got lucky with a one-sided trial where I was the victim and
she tried to have my son taken away from me. Literally, she vandalized my car, took both plates off of my vehicle. I spent 4 days in jail. The jury decided my trial not guilty. She premeditated everything she did to me. In her blog, it shows it.
Hold on.
It's all predated.
I said, hold on. Kristen told her she sells things on Craigslist for extra cash and she should try it. Next thing I know, I'm walking around the living room and Tanika's on the computer, Kristen right next to her, and Tanika's laughing about posting an ad under Casual Encounters looking for a sugar daddy. I couldn't believe Miss Myers took it there. If I didn't see it, I would never believe it. I also did see the phone wire Kristen had hanging out the window and had been... So your phone wire is hanging out the window for her to use?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
She was going through...
It's a lie?
It's a lie.
Your Honor.
You just said you used her phone.
I used her phone in her home. The moment that I told her I was moving, she started acting funny to me. I'd stopped speaking to her. My landlord contacted, my landlord came to my home.
The system?
My landlord came to my home, rang my doorbell, asking me uncomfortably, this is how it all began. If I saw a package, it was strange. I said I didn't know what he was talking about. She came knocking on my door, asking me about a package. I informed her no, and don't knock on my door anymore.
What happened between I let her use my phone and then don't knock on my door?
When I felt the negativity, I asked her.
You felt the negativity?
Once I told, yes.
Well, what does it feel like? Is it like a bolt?
No, she was standoffish. From the moment I used to use her phone and go to her house and use her computer, then she started acting like as if she didn't want me to.
Why did she do that?
That was my question. I asked her why was she acting jealous of me?
To which she
because
said,
I was moving. She said, yes, I'm hating on you. Quote for quote.
I'm hating on you. Why?
I'm hating on you because I was getting a bigger apartment.
Let me remind you that
she says it right here in her MySpace blog. After that, after the incident of the package, she called the police. The police came to my home. I informed the police I was having problems with my neighbor.
Were you missing a package? Is that what's going on here?
Yes, I was.
No.
All right. The police came to your house looking for a package.
Yes.
You reported it missing. It was supposed to come to you.
FedEx said that because I wasn't home, they knocked on a neighbor's door. They didn't know that we were having problems.
Do you have proof of that?
No, I don't.
I have proof that's a lie.
Good. Let's see it. All right. So, what was in the FedEx package?
An Elmo's Kitchen valued at $130.
Okay. Okay, she says you're going to find yourself in Valhalla. For those of you not from Westchester County, New York, that's where the jail is. Prostitution is not the answer. Neither is selling drugs or your kids' stuff online. Everyone saw the garbage that came out of your apartment that you stole from my son. Can't wait to pick you up and throw you in jail. Let me ask you a question. You are suing her for what? Babysitting?
Babysitting fees for having to go to court for this lawsuit when she knew that the judge couldn't hear it until the case was over.
What case?
Criminal case that I had against her.
So you prosecuted her?
Yes. Which
For
she
what?
For making a threat to me, which
How did she
I can't
threaten you?
exactly.
How did she threaten you?
She had called and left a voicemail stating that, you know, I better hurry up and move or I was dead, which I have the police report.
Let me see.
I'd like to provide a document showing that the moment the new landlord was
Did you
in
make
my...
that threat?
No, I did not.
I have a police report here who stated, you better move or you're dead.
This is why I had ended up pursuing a civil case.
You then call the police. What did the police do?
The police had been to both of our houses many a times.
Why?
It's not true.
Because
Not true?
No.
back to the phone.
You see, now when you say it's not true, if I see more than one police report, then I'm going to say you're a liar.
Yeah, you're
well,
exactly
here you
right.
go.
The police came to the house one time. Here's a police report that I
There you go.
filed.
Then you're a liar. Here's another one.
And Your
That's
Honor,
not
I have an
true.
order of protection as well.
That's out of the...
You're
that's
a liar.
Miss Pirro.
Don't you call me Miss Pirro. I am Judge Pirro.
I'm sorry, Judge Pirro.
You're lying to me. I've got 2 police reports and we haven't even started.
That's because she's providing you evidence before I can actually explain my case to you.
No, you don't need to explain anything. The question put to you was whether or not the police responded more than once. You said she's a liar.
Yes.
Wrong.
They responded. You're saying she said they came to my home. They came to my home one time. Once I moved out of this location, she called CPS
Both
on
times
me.
you're the suspect.
She called CPS on me. She set me up.
How would she know if I called CPS on her?
Because your allegations, my
No, I
allegations
did
in my
not.
CPS case are identical to everything in that MySpace blog. Identical, word for word.
So CPS investigated you.
Yes, and
what?
everything here shows, here's proof of that, and
All
has
right.
become unfounded.
So all I know so far is that the police and CPS are investigating you.
This was...
That's 3 reports.
I'm sorry, Judge Pirro, on January 1st, I moved out. And on January 3rd, her current landlord contacted me and told me there was vandalism in the building, saying, bleep this bleep hole. And she said to me, word for word, I know you do not speak this way. Kristen speaks this way. She made a bogus police report, something
That
about
is not
tires,
true.
and be careful.
Why are you calling the
Listen.
police on her?
This all started because I felt bad for her. She was going through
You
a
let her
financial
use your phone, your
situation.
computer. I got all
Yes,
that.
I let her use that. And when finally my bills were getting too overwhelming
You said
in a
you have
short
to
period of
stop.
time, my fiance came home and literally ripped the wires out of the wall. When she found out, she came knocking on my door, asked me why I did that. You know, telling me how foul I was for doing that. And that's when things started going downhill. She tried to slam my
How
door
did
on
things
me.
go downhill? What happened?
Because once I did that, she was walking around with an attitude, and then all of a sudden, it was a domino effect of things. I had crazy glue in my lock. I had a key broke
Did you
off
call
into
the
my
police
lock.
on the
yes,
crazy?
I did.
Judge Pirro, at the point of when I moved out, no one knew where I lived. CPS came to my home. The next morning, both plates were off my car. I had white paint all over
you
my
have a
truck.
police report?
Yes, I do have for that.
Let's see it.
I'm sure
yes.
my name isn't on it, though, right?
Then
What is your
No,
point?
because she's accusing me of this, but
At above time and place to head to her stated that both her plates had been stolen. State she's been having problems with her neighbor, but did not observe anyone removing the plates. Okay, this is December 29th, and on January 5th is when you make the police report about you're going to end up dead if you don't move.
that was the last thing that ended up happening.
Hold on, January 2nd is when your tires were slit.
Yes.
that was a lie.
If it was a lie, then why do I have receipts?
Stop with the lies. The police are confirming that her tires are cut.
but I didn't do
So what's
that.
a lie? I didn't say you did it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so your tires are slit. You've got a threat. You've got glue in your doors. What else is going on? I'm trying to get to you were arrested?
Yes. Once CPS came to my home and she said these crazy allegations, then I had this MySpace blog. It matched up. Of course, I have no problems
you've
with people.
already told me
now,
that.
After that, the next morning, I didn't know what to do. I went to the police station to try to file a report against her. They told me I couldn't file a report because I couldn't prove that CPS case. So I contacted her. I called her and said, Kristen, please call me. I left her my number. I said, I have a child.
Did you say you're dead if you don't move?
Never. I would not have
Was
left my
there
number.
a trial?
Yes.
Yes, it
I was
was.
found
And
not
she was
guilty.
found not guilty, Your
Yes,
Honor. But I
thank
must
you.
let you know.
I'd like to give you that.
What happened?
Your Honor, what happened was
me up.
the original DA on the case was out on maternity leave and they passed the case over to somebody else. Well, the evidence was missing all of a sudden last minute.
There was no
you mean the
evidence.
threat?
The voicemail, they made a tape, the 911 call, everything was missing. I had a police officer testify on my behalf and they didn't believe him either.
Shame on the Westchester County DA's office that the evidence is missing and they can't prove the case.
Yeah.
So
that
what are you
that
suing
was the
her
problem.
for?
For all the time that I had to be in court for something that she knew that could not be heard.
I was in jail for 4
And
days.
each time
under
that I
false
had,
allegations.
excuse me,
My son
each
almost
time
got taken
that I
away.
had to
She
go
tried
to
have my
court,
son taken away
I
from
had
me.
to find
If I did
somebody
not
last
have-
minute to pay to watch my son, along with paying parking. And after everything that she put me through, I ended up in the hospital
was in
twice
jail.
with high blood pressure
My
and
car
chest
got
pains, which I
vandalized.
You know
have
what the
paper.
shame of
Set
this?
me up.
The shame of
She
this.
set me up.
The shame of
I
this
set
is that
her
you've
up.
got two people who became friends initially, and then all of a sudden it turns into a nightmare. All right. You think that because you sat in court, she should have to pay for your time when you had her prosecuted. I can't do that for you. Do I empathize with you? Absolutely. Now, you're both suing each other for emotional distress. I think at the end of the day that the defendant is going to get some money for emotional distress. So I'm only going to give you $500 because I
Thank
think
you,
it's
Your Honor.
unfair. And I've got all of the evidence here that you ran to court 6 or 7 times and you had to get a babysitter, get the gas, and pay for parking. Verdict for the defendant.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about.
You happy?
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's a shame.
No, it's beautiful.
Oh my
Can't ever
goodness.
sue me again.
She set me up, everybody.
Yeah.
She had my kid.
Sure.
She took me to, she called CPS.
Right.
I went to jail for no reason.
Okay.
She vandalized my car and I lost.